Hey everybody, it's Christina. Welcome back. I'm coming to you live from the catio. And today's topic, our convo, is the final discard. Was it planned? Mine was. At least I believe that my narcissistic abuser, he planned methodically every aspect of the discard. It was a Sunday, and I was cooking dinner for him and his only friend. And the plan was 7 o'clock that night. We were supposed to all eat dinner together. I spoke to him at 1 in the afternoon, and it was, I love you, okay, talk to you later, goodbye. Everything was fine. They were going on a bicycle ride in the woods, and after that they were supposed to come over for dinner. 7 o'clock came. He did call. I said, okay, I'm pulling everything out of the oven. Do you want to eat here? Do you want to eat there? And he hung up, and after that, he completely ghosted me. After 18 years, he could not speak to me. He could barely text message me. And that was November 13th of 2022. And after that, the ghosting, the non-communication went on for 2 months. I tried to get my belongings and the cats, my cats that were there at that time, and he would not respond. So the only thing he would ever do to any of my text messages or phone calls, whenever he was out with the new supply on a bicycle ride, he would then allow me to go over to the house to visit the cats and clean up after them, feed them new water, litter, that kind of stuff. Now, mind you, I was still paying the bills at his residence during this time. So I did feel that I should be able to come over, but I didn't want to overstep my bounds, and he was definitely not stable, and he did have a tendency for violence. So I chose to just basically obey, continue walking on eggshells, which is what I did predominantly the entire relationship anyway. But it was very difficult not being able to see my cats for 2 months. It was probably one of the hardest times for me. And the discard actually happened on, as I was saying, November 13th, which was, 13 days after Halloween. That was a very significant holiday for both of us because I would use my financial resources to create a yard haunt for the local community. And it was something we did together that I thought we both enjoyed, but it was just one of those things that he mirrored back to me. So we did our final Halloween, and then the discard occurred. It wasn't until after that I realized and found out he was on multiple dating websites, datacyclist.com, Zoosk.com. I didn't even know some of these sites even existed. So it was a shock to me when I did find all of this out, that he was having affair after affair the entire time. But I truly do believe he had several new supplies lined up, and he was ready for me to be out of the picture. So went through all the holidays, which was honestly a huge fear for me, was being alone and going through all of this. All of my friends, close friends and family, do still live in Florida, which is where I'm originally from. And I am in a very rural community here in central Georgia. I do have friends, but during the holidays, even with friends and family, going through a discard from a narcissist is one of the most hardest things you could possibly imagine. So Thanksgiving came and went, Christmas came and went, everything was extremely difficult. Got through the new year, and it was the weekend right before my birthday. And my father's birthday was January 9th, and I am January 10th. My narcissistic abuser told me that I could come get my belongings on the 7th of January, which was a Saturday. And I immediately, as soon as he told me he was out with the new supply and I could come get my stuff, I immediately got my cats, got any belongings, sentimental things that I could from the residence. I left everything else because it's not worth it. and I got out of there. That same day, I did have my locks changed on my home, and I felt actually pretty safe and secure in my decision. Okay, I was out of it by this point. I was done. I just wanted it to be over. I wanted my cats all together, and I just wanted to be able to move forward. Fast forward to Monday, my dad's, would have been my father's birthday, January the 9th. I'm at work, and my cameras on my phone, alerts start going off like crazy. He broke into my home, and he tried to, I don't know if he was trying to steal the cats, trying to invoke fear into me. And it doesn't even matter, because I'll never know why he broke into my home. And I don't know if he used a bump key to gain access, or if he actually went to the local locksmith and was able to persuade them into giving him an actual key to the house. But I called the police immediately. I came home. It was about a 15-minute ride. The police came here and arrived at my residence about 3 minutes after he left. He did not take any cats or anything and remove any items from the house. The cops asked me, do you want me to have him arrested? I said no. Didn't file a restraining order. I just told them, please, I don't want him to bother me again. They did contact him at his home, and he gave them a key, which did not fit any lock in this house, because I did have it rekeyed just a few days prior. So anyway, the bottom line is that was a very scary experience, having someone on camera just breaking into your home and being able to gain access to you and to your home in that manner. So after that, I lived in a lot of fear. And of course, I didn't even think okay, I already changed the locks once. So immediately my solution was, let me put wind chimes on the door so I could hear if he comes in, because I knew he had access one way or another. But I'm very fortunate that I was eventually able to change the locks out once again, this time to a keypad lock, which is safer, and bump keys are not as effective when someone is breaking and entering. So if you are in a situation where you are afraid that's a possibility, someone entering your home, you definitely get a keypad lock. It's worth the money, your peace of mind, and your safety. So I highly recommend that. But yes, he planned every aspect of this discard. He wanted me to go through the holidays and suffer. He wanted to have my birthday weekend spent me moving my belongings out and the cats, then breaking into the house to then just tell the police, oh, I'm there just to get my cat. Well, none of the cats were gone. It was a scare tactic. And I believe he enjoyed every moment of it, because that's just the type of person he truly is. And looking back in hindsight, woulda, coulda, shoulda, yes, I should have thrown a restraining order on him. Yes, I should have pressed charges and had him arrested, but I didn't. And quite honestly, at this juncture, as long as he stays away from me, it's in the past. I just don't want to ever see that predator, that soulless, demonic presence again, because to me, that's all he is and all he ever will be. It has taken me such a long time to get here to actually say what he is. And I know that he premeditated this discard for quite some time. He had his new supply set up, multiple supplies set up. He knew he wanted to do it at the holidays, at a time it would hurt me probably the most. Have my birthday weekend ruined, have Christmas ruined, New Year's ruined, Thanksgiving. It was all part of the plan. And yes, I do believe that narcissists are that methodical, soulless, and they do not care. So if you feel like you are in a narcissistic abusive relationship, if you are searching videos like this, you're obviously, if not a narcissist, you are with a highly toxic individual. Get out. Leave. Don't wait for the discard like I did. They do plan your demise. So you need to think ahead, and you need to find a way out. That way you are not destroyed, as I was, in every aspect. It is taking me a very long time to get back to be able to even share these videos, share my story. And everything I am doing on this channel is in hopes that I'll be able to help other people move forward and not have to go through the trauma that I have endured. And if you are going through it, if you are in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, or if you are just with even a toxic person, I feel for you, and I'm so sorry you're having to go through that. And I know it feels like you're alone. But please remember one thing, you're not alone. There's many of us out there that have gone through this, walked that path, and we are healing and coming out the other side. So always remember that, and know that I'm here sharing my story. We all have stories that are going to bring growth and change, and hopefully, if anybody benefits from even hearing a tad bit of my history and my story of survival of narcissistic abuse and watch me thrive and come through the other side, that's why I am doing this channel. That's what this channel is for. It's for healing. It's for moving forward and not letting the narcissist win. Because the narcissist will never win. They just never will. Sometimes it seems that way when they are so predatorial and they are premeditative of everything they do, from the discard to making you walk on eggshells to gaslighting. Yeah, they have premeditated everything. But this is the day you can actually take control back. Just, you have to get yourself in that mental space and say, okay, today is the day I make a change. Because you're making the change for you, not for them. I lived for him for so long. I will never allow someone to abuse me the way that he did. And I will never be discarded again the way I was. So, anyways, once again, this is Christina coming to you live from the Catio. And thank you for your support in watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button. And if you want, subscribe. But I do appreciate any support that's going to push this kind of material and content out, so more people can have access and understand what they are dealing with. But until next time, you all have a wonderful day, and just remember, you are not alone, and this is the first step into healing. Thank you, guys.